I recently flew over the coal fields in the Appalachians, and I saw something that if the American people could see it, there'd be a revolution in this country.
Charleston departure, Skylane 735 by Tango, leaving 2,900.
We are cutting down the Appalachian Mountains, literally.
The whole line goes all the way back 10 or 12 miles. Absolutely gigantic.
They're blowing the tops off the mountains to get at the coal seams beneath.
About 4:30 in the evening, it started raining, and it was pretty heavy rain. I think we ended up with like 4.5 inches of rain in 4 hours. There was nothing there to absorb the rainfall, and when it came washing off the rock back here, it came washing off in a torrent. And it turned this little tiny stream into a raging river that ran, well, it cut a chasm through our property 67 feet wide. Myself and my husband and my children were basically trapped in a flooding hollow with no way out. The flooding happens all through the valley. It happens every time it rains. The coal company engineer came right here into my yard. He kept saying, "This isn't our fault. This is an act of God." He continuously said, "This is an act of God." There was an act of God that took place that night, and it didn't have nothing to do with that water. If it wasn't for the good Lord above, me and my family wouldn't be here.
Now is actually the center of the cluster of brain tumors that we experienced. There had been multiple brain tumors throughout the community, but there were 6 in particular that lived very close together. Right down the road here, in the end of the mobile home park, we lost my brother. He was 29 years old. The gentleman that lived directly beside him was in his mid-50s, and he also lost his life to the brain tumor. His name was Ronald Smith. There was an infant that lived 2 homes behind my brother, the little Jones girl, who was born with a cancerous brain tumor. Her neighbor, 4-year-old Tasha Brown, also developed a brain tumor. She did survive. Now, to the right of us here, we lost, we call him Little John. His name was John Donahue II. He lived in this home right here, and he was 37 years old. He was the first that our community lost to a brain tumor. The national average for brain tumor is 1 in 100,000, and we had 6 that lived side by side. What we have in common is the fact that we all have well water. This filter is about 2 weeks old. It's supposed to last 6 months. Normally we get about 3 to 4 weeks out of a filter before they completely stop up.